Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Elsie.
I know we both are teachers now, and this has something to do with our article as well. Did you enjoy going to school as a kid?
以前喜不喜欢上学啊? As far as I can remember, I did like going to school when I was in the elementary school.
Same here. I found elementary school, middle school really, really fun. Were you a good student in school?
I think I was. What about you? Were you a good student?
I think so. I was more of the type of student that was afraid to get into trouble. I took notes, so I tried to be a good student at school because I was afraid of getting into trouble. You?
Speaking of notes, this reminds me of something. Since our article is about different learning styles, right? Did you take the quiz?
Oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me. So I did check out this quiz at the beginning of the article, and I was really curious to see what type of learner I was. So, yeah, I took the quiz. Do you want to hear my results?
Sure.
All right, so I got mostly A's, and I see that mostly A's is a visual learner. And I think that is totally me because I like writing down notes. I like looking at pictures and stuff. So I definitely think this is quite true or quite accurate. What about you?
You know what? I'm a visual learner too.
Nice. All right, so I think we're both the same, but I also hear that there are also different types of learners too. And I want to learn more about that. Should we take a look together?
Of course.
Reading.
Learn more effectively with VARK. It's September, and you've just started a new semester at school. To make sure you study effectively, you need to understand how you learn. Different people learn in different ways, so find the method that's right for you. The VARK model was developed by Neil Fleming, a teacher from New Zealand. He built on earlier work that suggested people have different learning preferences. The VARK model allows people to have a mixture of preferences. Let's take a look at them. Visual, V, reading, and writing are learners. You learn by seeing things. There are two kinds. Some visual learners prefer reading and writing. Others are good at understanding charts and diagrams. Both like to see lesson plans, so request these from your teachers. It's also a good idea to sit near the front of the class. There, you can either write down keywords or create mind maps. Adding colors to your notes will benefit you too.
All right, so let's take a look at our article for today. It says, it's September and you've just started a new semester at school. Okay. As you know, September is the time where we have to go back to school. It's the end of summer. So let's take a look at the word semester here. Usually there are 2 semesters in a school year, and it's about 18 weeks each. So a lot of Taiwanese schools use the semester system. So that means you have the first semester and the second semester. We can say, I hope I get to be in the same class as my best friend this semester.
Okay, semester 这个名词啊，代表就是学期。那在台湾呢 ，there are 2 semesters in a year， 一年有2个学期。那接下去呢，我们在这个课文当中还看到了英文练功房在这边出现。今天要讲的是呢，现在完成式。现在完成式的组成，根据主词呢，我们要去选择助动词，有2种 have 或 has。选完之后啊，要加上过去分词，那它可以表示呢，从过去到现在所完成或未完成的事情。那本课呢，我们是强调动作刚刚完成，所以我们看到句子写的是 It's September and you've just started a new semester at school. 代表9月到了，而且你刚刚在学校开始了一个新的学期。
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, to make sure you study effectively, You need to understand how you learn. All right, that's true. Sometimes, when we are in school, I know a lot of students, maybe when they read stuff, it's so hard for them to learn things and it's so hard for them to remember things. So maybe you're not just finding the right way to study. So let's first look at the word make sure. So make sure means to check. The vocabulary word we see here, effectively, means that it's done to produce a desired result, okay? You do things in a very productive way, and that means you just do it really quickly and in the correct way, and you give the result that you want. For example, we can use effectively like this. It used to take me 2 hours to do my work, but now that I have a computer, it can do things online, I can now do my work effectively.
好啦，那刚刚呢，我们首先看到的是 make sure 这个片语，它代表的是确认、确保。So for example, when you wear a mask， 当你戴口罩的时候 ，make sure it covers your nose, mouth and chin， 要确认你的鼻子、嘴巴、下巴都是有遮到的。那再来呢，我们看到这个副词 effectively 代表的是有效地，在课文当中呢，它是修饰前面的动词 study 这个字，所以呢，整句话在说的是为了确保你有效的读书，你需要了解你是怎么样学习的。那有效的形容词叫做 effective， 像是一个有效的方法，我们可以说 an effective way， 或者是 an effective method。一个有效的解决办法可以是 an effective solution， 一个有效的治疗我们可以说 an effective treatment。
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, different people learn in different ways, so find the method that's right for you. That's true. Not everybody can read things and remember them all of a sudden, or not a lot of people can look at a picture and understand it really clearly. So we have to find a method that's right for you.
没错，不同的人呢，用不同的方式学习，所以要找到适合你的方法是很重要的。So we're introducing a model to our students, right?
That's correct. It says here the VARK model was developed by Neil Fleming, a teacher from New Zealand. Okay, now 这个 VARK model, we can say VARK, or we can just read it as VARK. I think it's all right to read it out loud. But let's take a look at what model means.
好，所以 model 这个字呢，代表的是模型。那如果你说一个人是个 model 的话，那他当然不是模型，他是模特儿。那我们这边提到的 the VARK model 代表的是学习风格模型。那学习风格模型呢，它是由 Neil Fleming 发展出来的，他是来自纽西兰的一位老师哦。
Okay, so let's continue reading about what the VARK model is. It says, he built on earlier work that suggested people have different learning preferences. All right, so that must mean that he probably did a lot of studies and he finally created something. He said he built on earlier work. Let's take a look at what build on means.
Right, build on something 代表的是以点点点为基础，像是我们可以说many scientists have built on the work of Isaac Newton， 代表呢很多的科学家他都是以牛顿的研究发展作为基础。好，那回到课文呢，我们说到Neil Fleming 他之前的研究成果显示，每个人都有不同的学习偏好，那他以过去的研究结果为基础。发展出 the VARK model 学习风格模型。那这边你看到的名词 work 它代表的是成果作品，那在课文当中呢，你可以把它解释为过去的研究成果。那再来你还看到一个动词是 suggest， 它代表的是显示表示。那接下来还有一个字是 preference 偏好，动词形式是 prefer， 等一下会再出现，我们再跟同学们做解释。
All right, so let's continue reading in the next part of the article then. It says, the VARK model allows people to have a mixture of preferences. Let's take a look at them. Okay, but before we get into looking at the different types of learners or how we can learn, we can look at this word mixture. Okay, mixture is a noun and it means a combination of different things. For example, in soup, you can put a lot of different meats and vegetables. So we can say the soup is a mixture or a combination of different vegetables. Okay, another sentence that we can say is pancakes are easy to make. You need a mixture of flour, eggs, and some milk. Very easy, right?
And I love pancakes. Mixture 这个名词呢，代表的是混合或是混合体。那它动词形式呢，同学们应该还蛮熟悉的，叫做 mix， 也就是混合搅拌。那课文说到的是学习风格模型呢，让人们的偏好是可以混合的。So what do V, A, R, and K stand for?
Okay, well, let's take a look. Okay, first, let's take a look at V. Okay, so V means visual. Okay, and then we have R here. So R is reading and writing learner. So that's why we here have visual V, reading and writing R learners. And it says, you learn by seeing things. There are two kinds, okay? But let's take a look at these words one by one first. Visual means you see something and it's related to your eyes.
没错 ，visual 它代表的是视觉型的，所以呢，如果你是一个 visual learner，代表你是视觉型的学习者。那另外呢，还有 reading and writing learners， 也就是读写型的学习者。So like you said, Tiffany, you learn by seeing things, and there are two kinds. 分为两种。
That's right. So let's take a look at them. It says, some visual learners prefer reading and writing, okay? So visual doesn't mean you always have to look at a picture or a graph. It can even be reading and writing, okay? Let's take a look at the word prefer. We mentioned it a bit earlier, but here we can look at it even further. It says, or prefer is a verb and it means to like something or someone more than the other thing or person. Like me, I prefer ice cream, okay, chocolate ice cream to vanilla. We can also use it in a sentence like this. Some people prefer to shop online because it's convenient, while others like to shop in stores.
那 prefer 这个字呢，还有很多不同的用法哦，像是 prefer A to B， 或是 prefer A over B， 代表的是 A、B 两者当中你比较喜欢的、比较偏好的是 A 这个选择。像是 I prefer rice to noodles， 代表面和饭我比较喜欢吃饭。那再来呢，比较偏好、比较喜欢做某事，我们可以说 prefer to do something or prefer doing something 也是可以的。So for example, I prefer to lie on the beach while my friend prefers to visit museums. 代表我比较喜欢躺在沙滩上，但是我的朋友呢，他比较喜欢参观博物馆。那这个句子我们可以说成 I prefer lying on the beach while my friend prefers visiting museums. 回到课文，我们说有些视觉型的学习者，他是偏好阅读和写作。
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, others are good at understanding charts and diagrams. Okay, that's kind of like me. I can read, I can understand reading, but I like looking at charts. I like looking at pictures a little bit more. And let's first understand the word diagram so you can see maybe if this is you or not. A diagram is a drawing that explains something or shows the parts of something. Some things are just easier to understand if it's a drawing, like a diagram. Like if you want to learn the different parts of the body, usually people draw a picture and they show you, oh, this is the arm, this is the heart. And it's just easier to look at things that way.
那课文这边呢，主词是 others， 它代表的是 other visual learners， 其他的视觉型学习者。They are good at understanding charts and diagrams. Diagrams 它指的是比较画风精简的图表跟示意图，所以课文说他们也就是其他视觉型的学习者善于了解图表。
Okay, let's continue reading. It says, both like to see lesson plans, so request these from your teachers, okay? So whether you prefer to read things or whether you prefer to look at charts or diagrams, it's good to see something laid out for you like a lesson plan. So actually you can request these from your teachers, and as teachers, of course, we are totally okay with sharing that with you. So request is a verb and it means to ask for something in a polite way. So at a restaurant, you can request to be seated by the window, meaning you ask in a very, very nice way, like, hi, excuse me, can I please sit next to the window? Okay, this is called a request. If you say something, I want to sit by the window now, that is not a request at all. That is a command, it is a demand. And for some people, that is very, very, very rude. All right, but we can use request in a sentence like this. We can say the hosts of the party requested guests to wear formal clothing.
Request 这个动词呢，代表要求、请求。那刚刚 Tiffany 有提到，它比 demand 这个动词来得更有礼貌、更委婉一些。那如果我们要求某人做某事的话呢，我们可以说 request somebody to do something。像是刚刚例句在说的就是晚宴主人他要求客人要穿正式的衣服。那再来呢，我们还可以用这样子的句型哦 ，request that somebody 加上原形动词。For example.The boss requested that all the employees work from home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 代表因为 COVID-19， 老板要求所有的员工在家工作。那课文说到的是两种视觉型的学习者，他都喜欢看课程教案，所以呢，可以向老师索取。
All right, so let's continue reading. It says, it's also a good idea to sit near the front of the class, okay? Because you need to see things. They suggest that maybe you can sit in the front, you can look at the notes very clearly, and that's just a better way for you to learn as well.
他们呢也适合坐在教室的前排，所以可以把位置安排在那边。
Okay, next it says there you can either write down keywords or create mind maps.
OK， 所以呢，你把他们位置放在前排，他们就可以很专注的去记下一些关键字，或者是绘制心智图也是可以的，也可以帮助他们来学习。
Okay, and here are some more suggestions. Adding colors to your notes will benefit you too. Okay, so for me, I love writing notes and I love making them in different colors and highlighting it in different colors. It definitely makes me remember things better. And they say here that this will benefit you. Now, benefit here is a verb and it means to be useful or helpful to something or someone. We all know that exercise benefits you. Basically, exercise is helpful to you, or that eating carrots benefits the health of your eyes. Okay, we can also use it in a sentence like this. The relief plan will benefit a lot of people who got affected by COVID-19.
Benefit 这个动词代表的是对某人有好处或是有助于。那它的形容词有好处的、有帮助的，我们可以用 beneficial 来形容。像是呢 ，working out regularly is beneficial to our physical and mental health， 代表呢规律运动对我们的身体和心理健康都是有帮助的。所以课文最后说到，添加色彩到你的笔记上面也会对你有帮助哦。
That is totally me. What about you? Are you like that, Elsie?
I don't really like to color my notes. So I'm not 100% visual learner, I think.
But it's okay. I think also as well, it depends on what you want to learn. Sometimes using charts and diagrams is not a good way to learn certain things. So maybe we are a mixture of both.
Right.
So this is one part of our article. We're going to learn more about the other different types of learners in day 2. But that's all for now, and we'll be right back with our closing for you chat.
For you chat.
All right, so let's take a look at our For You chat. It says, which subjects do you like best in school? Which ones don't you enjoy so much? Why? I'll start with Elsie first.
Okay, so I started liking English when I was in junior high school because I think I met a really good English teacher. And as for the one I wasn't really good at, I didn't really like, I would say it was math.
Same
My
here.
math was bad.
I'm not good at math, so I did not like math, but I really enjoyed science and I really liked art as well. All right, so you guys can also discuss yourselves which ones you like best in school, which ones you don't, and maybe you can think about why. So instead of saying, I just don't like English, you can think about why, and then you could probably think of a solution to help fix this dislike. But that's all the time that we have for today. We do have day 2, so don't forget to stick to day 2 and listen in. But we have to say goodbye for now. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Semester. Stephanie wanted to learn Italian while at college, so she spent 1 semester abroad in Italy. Effectively. Janine thinks that she works more effectively if she eats breakfast early in the morning. Mixture. This drink is a mixture of juices from several kinds of fruits and vegetables. Prefer. I prefer to spend my evenings reading books instead of watching movies. Request. George requested 2 weeks off at work so he could visit his family in another country. Benefit. Many people lost their jobs because of COVID-19. The government is now making new laws to benefit them.
智慧小补帖
Visual. Diagram.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net